So the Ace Pro 2 was the first action camera to have 8K, and now DJI's added 8K to the Osmo Action 6. So I think it's time we go do a new comparison and see which one of these cameras might be right for you. And just so we're clear, DJI sent me the Osmo 6, Insta360 sent me the Ace Pro 2, but neither of them have anything to do with this video. They sent them to me for the original review. They have nothing to do with this one. And in case you're wondering, it's like 10 below zero out here in Fahrenheit, and whatever that is in Celsius will pop up on the screen. So this will also be a really good cold weather test because I only have one fully charged battery for each one of these cameras. And if you want to see an actual comparison between these two cameras and the GoPro Hero 13, then you're going to want to check out this video right here, where I go through kind of more in depth on each of these cameras and the GoPro Hero 13. This is going to be more of like just a review of these two cameras in their footage in 8K and maybe a couple of other settings, because I only have like an hour and a half more of daylight. It's really cold, and yeah, I already broke down all the other stuff. Now both of these cameras look pretty good in 8K, but there is one thing I need to note, is that the Ace Pro 2 has a minimum focus distance of 0.37 meters, which is about just a little under 1.5 feet or 18 inches, where the Action 6 has a minimum focus distance of 0.2 meters, which is about 8 inches. So there are a few times in this where I had the Ace Pro 2 too close to me and it looks a little out of focus because it was too close, especially on me. How fantastic is this day? I mean, hard to complain about that. This video has been edited and uploaded to YouTube in 8K so that you can see it in its full resolution if you want to. So right now I'm filming in 10-bit normal on the Action 6 and just the normal color profile on the Ace Pro 2. And yeah, I'm really curious to see how these look. I've locked the white balance at 6600 on both of them to try and get it to be as close to the same as possible. One thing I will say is that both of these cameras, the screens are slowing down quite a bit in this cold. Like they're getting cold, I can tell. But should we try stabilization out? I mean, really, I don't know if there's a point in even testing stabilization between these two cameras, because they both stabilize really well. You've got this great stabilization setting on either one that pretty much, like, it's gonna give you really smooth footage. Now on the Action 6, when you go into 4K mode, you get, oh, this ice is considerably worse. The Action 6, you get, in 4K mode, you actually get the horizon steady, which means you can tilt the horizon a ways and not lose anything. But that goes away in 8K for, I think, for obvious reasons. They're using the absolute full sensor to give you that 8K footage. But nonetheless, maybe we should try it out real quick. So this is one area where the Action 6 has significant advantage over the Ace Pro 2, is the fact that I can tilt the camera when you're doing 4K in 360 degrees and still keep a level horizon, even when I'm ice skating on a glacier-fed lake. But that is a big advantage. Now in 4K, and they're 4K 60, both of them, they both do have this HDR mode, which is what the Insta360 is using right now. DJI's you can't turn on or off, it's on by default. And it's their way of giving you extra dynamic range in the footage when you're in a somewhat high dynamic range environment, like I am right now. It's insane to me that we have 8K in action cameras, and honestly, both of these cameras look good at a distance. Aside from the closer focus issue of the Ace Pro 2 compared to the Action 6, like for stuff that's far away, they both perform really well. They both have really good dynamic range. They both look really good natural. The Ace Pro 2 leans a little bit more magenta, and the Action 6 leans a little bit more green. And everything I've shot up to this point has been in normal color profile. In normal color profile 10-bit on the Action 6, and the normal color profile profile on the Ace Pro 2, because I think that's how most people will use these cameras, just because it's easy and it's quick. But we will talk about DJI's D-Log in just a second. Also, as I'm skating along and the wind is blowing, how's the audio out of these? This is the Osmo Action 6. So it's just default audio settings, which is wind reduction on auto. And then this is the Ace Pro 2. The advantage the Ace Pro 2 has is this little wire mesh basket that allows it to operate in significantly more wind before it has to kick in any sort of noise reduction, which is really nice. God, this is fun. What a great day to be out here. I mean, except for the fact that it's like 10 to 12 below zero. Other than that, it's fantastic. But I'm aggressive, so even that's not that bad. This is one of those instances where I was holding the Ace Pro 2 too close for its minimum focus distance. If you look at the background, both the background have lots of detail in them and look great, but it was just a little too close to me. Hey, if you're enjoying or getting value out of this video, then consider subscribing. I got and test and review equipment in the harshest conditions I can find here in Alaska to see how it holds up and give you tips and tutorials on how to use it. Of course, another advantage that the DJI Action 6 has over the Ace Pro 2 is the 10-bit color. Now, in normal mode, you're not going to notice a huge difference. Insta360 is doing a really good job of processing their image to look natural, but still have like good vibrant colors and not gradiate a lot, even though it's an 8-bit video. But let's switch to 10-bit real quick, log, and I'll show you. Now, this is 10-bit log on the DJI Action 6. And still the normal color profile on the Ace Pro 2. Still at 8K 30 on both of them. Lowest sharpness settings I can go on both of them. And but the advantage of 10-bit log is that you can color grade the image to match whatever other cameras you're shooting with. So in my case, like I've used the Action 5 and the 4 a bunch in big productions because you can match the color to other cameras you're filming with, which is actually huge. This is basically what log looks like with no color grading at all. But then if you color grade it, then you can get these really nice colors, make it match other cameras, like I said. But you can also mess with the camera color, or mess with the colors if you want to. You can make my jacket purple. I don't know why you'd want to, but you know, you could. That being said, I think the way that most people are gonna use these cameras is just in normal color profile because it's easy. You can take it straight off the camera and post it straight to social media. It's super easy to work with. But people like me or other people who want to really work with the footage, the Action 6, the Action 5, actually 2, both have fantastic log profiles and give you a lot of flexibility in post. It's pretty amazing. I've actually matched up the Action series to Red Raptors before, which is insane because that's a $25,000 camera, but it can be done because there's a 10-bit log profile. Just for fun, on cold weather battery life, both of these are doing really well. I haven't seen any significant difference in either one of them in the cold weather. That being said, pushing buttons with these gloves on is not easy. I think the Action 6 is slightly easier than the Ace Pro 2. It's just, I've had to turn it off, or had a little bit harder time turning it off. But as far as battery life goes, in extremely cold temperatures, they're both doing really well. The Action 6 does a little better with its screen because its screen is built in. The Ace Pro 2 screen starts getting really laggy because it's just cold. It's just cold. What do you want me to do? Like, that's it. Next, you're gonna watch this video right here. I'll see you over there. As always, if you have questions, ask me in the comments below or join my live stream, which happens most Wednesday nights at 4 p.m. Alaska time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I won't be on ice skates. I can answer questions that maybe I didn't get to in this video. I'll see you again soon in the next one. Cheers.